everybody, my name is Deja and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing an announcement video. So I'm sick again, so I'm sick again, so if you hear anything funky fresh, it's because I'm sick. I think I have an upper respiratory infection this time. A month ago I had the flu, so love it for me. I'm sick all the time, I know.
But I'm not gonna let it keep me down. I'm gonna keep making this content for y'all, okay?
But we are talking about love and romance today. So me and Mayana from MyoCore decided to do a readathon together to celebrate Black History Month and romance, and we're calling it Black Romanticathon, and it's running from February 6th to the 12th. So I know this is coming out a little bit late, but I'm hoping that some of y'all participate. Plus, honestly, some of y'all I feel like don't be thinking about reading Black authors throughout the year, and you kind of need this little bit of should I say performative activism. I think some of y'all need it. I'm not trying to call nobody out, but I'm hoping that y'all are not the ones watching my channel, but you know, maybe somebody will stumble across this and they need a little help with their diversity points for the year. So here you go, serving it to you on this silver platter. Also, Blackathon is also going on throughout the whole month of February, and that one is to celebrate Black literature in general, and obviously we are focusing on Black romance specifically, but that's also going on for the whole month, and I think some of y'all definitely need the entire month, so you should definitely check that one out as well. So as I said, we are doing a Black romance readathon, and when I'm saying Black romance in this context, to me, at least one character has to be Black, and it has to have a Black author. And Black Love, we will get to it because it's actually one of the prompts. That is a romance book written by a Black author where both characters are Black. So a Black romance that I'm using in this context needs at least one Black character, and Black Love needs both. So Black romance can be interracial. Now that I got all that out the way, we are basically just doing a bingo board, and that's like the main thing we're doing for our prompt. So if you want to do 3 prompts, black out the whole board and do all 9, that's up to you. And if you really want to find like one book that fits all 9 prompts, go right ahead. I really don't care. I can barely even remember my first name, let alone have the mental capacity to police your reading. So, you know, do what you gotta do, but obviously you want to support the Black authors, specifically the Black romance authors. So I would recommend reading more than one book, just, you know, for the people. But if you feel like you're busy with this and that, reading white authors, go ahead. Read your white authors, read your thrillers for the month. I get it, I understand. I'm just kidding, by the way. I'm not attacking nobody, but I mean, so as I said, we have a bingo board, and I'm just going to pop it in so we can go over it together, and I'm just going to clarify each prompt just to make sure that y'all understand what they mean. So I'm going to start in the top left corner. I think it's going to be on the left for your screen too. I don't even know, but that one is non-contemporary. So this is basically like a Black romance that is not a contemporary romance. So fantasy romance, paranormal romance, historical romance, suspense, romantic suspense, anything like that would count for this, just not a contemporary romance. I'm actually in the middle of one that I would recommend, and that is Secrets and Truths by Whitney Hill. This has been taking me a hot second just because it's physical, and all physical books take me a while, but this one is a fantasy paranormal romance that has a Black author, and the main character is Black / biracial. I don't really know, because she's like mixed, but like she's mixed like half elven, so I don't know if she's half Black too, but whatever. This one was given to me and recommended to me by Vina from Miss WOC Reader, and if you need any recommendations for Black romance, Black books, I definitely highly recommend checking out Vina. Like, she has so many recommendations and it's so amazing. So then in the middle next to that one on the top row is a feel-good read. And so obviously most romances, I feel like how we think of them are feel-good romances, but we really wanted to add this prompt to make sure that some Black joy is being highlighted as well, and that people aren't reading just like dark Black romances. But even though I don't know of any, if you know any like dark like bully, mafia, any of that romances that are Black, please tell me, because I don't really know of that many, to be honest. But obviously that, or emotional romances like Kennedy Ryan, she wouldn't really fit this prompt at all, to be honest. But we want to make sure that we're not just reading Kennedy Ryan, you know, that we're also highlighting some joy. We don't always want to see our Black characters going through trauma and turmoil. And so the one next to that in the top right corner is new to you author, so obviously just a Black romance author that's new to you. Some of the ones that I love are Rilsey Adams, Kennedy Ryan. I read a Christina C. Jones last year and I really love it. Alexandria House, all amazing authors, and there's so many people recommending Black authors, so I would just honestly recommend just typing in the little search box. If you're like, oh, I don't own any Black romances, I don't read any, I don't know of any, literally just go into the YouTube search bar. It's really not that hard. Black romance recommendations, Black romance novella recommendations. It's really not that difficult. okay? I promise. There are plenty out there, and a lot of them are on KU. If you have KU, there's so many because a lot of Black romance authors are indie published, and there's a lot of novellas out there too if you want to stick to a novella train for this readathon. I promise you, there's plenty out there. You just have to do your research. And then moving on to the middle row, we're going to start on the right, this time going directly below that last prompt, and we're doing a YA romance. So obviously this is a Black romance that's also young adult, and I feel like young adult is honestly one of the most diverse age groups, if not the most diverse age group. So honestly, you could literally throw a rock and you'll hit a diverse YA romance. So there's definitely plenty of Black romances out there that are young adults. I would honestly really recommend this prompt if you feel like you don't have any. I feel like there's so many that are traditionally published that you could just walk into the bookstore and get for YA that are also Black, but for adult, I feel like a lot of them are more indie published and they're not carried as much in Barnes & Noble and stuff like that. There definitely are. My Barnes & Noble has a whole Black voices section. You know, some of the books a lot of them actually I've never heard of. Not all of them are romance, but they're definitely making strides. Then the prompt in the middle is Black love, and as I said, this is a Black romance written by a Black author with 2 Black main characters, and those Black main characters are falling in love. Hero, heroine, or I guess 2 heroes, 2 heroine. You know, we're inclusive over here. Maybe not hero, heroine. Let me use some more inclusive language, huh? Just 2 Black characters falling in love. I put this one specifically in the middle because I feel like some of y'all need some Black love in your life, and so I wanted to get it in as many different bingos as possible, so I put it right in the middle for y'all. Then on the left in the middle, we have an author from a different country, and this one we were debating on putting it on here because Black History Month normally specifically focuses on African American history and Black people in America. We definitely know that for sure, but we also want some diversity. I feel like the other parts of the diaspora don't get as much love necessarily. Like, I don't really know any like Black Caribbean authors or Jamaican or African. Like, I don't really know of that many that specifically write romance, so I need to do my own research, to be honest. But we thought that this one would still be a good prompt to add in, to just add a little bit of more diversity and inclusion, even though Black History Month is about African American people. Then moving directly below that in the bottom left corner is a novella. So as I said, there are plenty of Black romance novellas out there. Rosie Adams is my girl. She only really writes novellas. I think she only has like 1 full book. So yeah, Rosie Adams is definitely, if you've never read her, or even if you have, I would recommend checking her out for this readathon in general because I just love her so much. And the prompt in the middle is characters over 30. So this is obviously a Black romance that has characters that are over 30. Most romances, I feel like, in my opinion, have characters that are under 30. So we really wanted to highlight those books. And plus, I feel like it's a very common thing now, or at least for Black authors, to write about romantic experiences for people who are not in their 20s or in their teens. And so like Alexandria House, her Them Boys series, all of the guys at least are older, and the first one is between 2 characters that are like in their 40s or 50s. One of them is a grandparent. So I also recently read Vanessa Jared's Got a Man, and both these characters are over 40, and she's Black and he is Asian, and this was super good. Mayana gave it 5 stars and I gave it 4 or 4.5 stars. So we both really like this one. So if you are looking for a book to read this readathon, this one will do it for you. And the last prompt that is in the bottom right corner is a book with treats or baking, you know, because obviously for Valentine's Day we normally have like a lot of sweets and treats and stuff like that. This is basically really just a Black romance with baking in it. There's a lot of bakers out there. So one that I know that does have baking in it is Make a Scene by Mimi Grace. This one is between a baker and a boxer. We're supposed to read it for Swoon Sisters, but you know, Nicole's pregnant. But that one I might read for this actually because it does have a baker and a boxer in it. And then I haven't read Sweet Hand, and I don't know if it actually has treats in it, but it has sweet in the title, and on the cover they are eating cake. So in my opinion, I feel like it counts for the prompt, but that's just me. So there are a couple suggestions, but I'm sure there's plenty more out there if you do your research. So that's all that I have for this video today. I hope you guys decide to participate. Mayana and I are excited for this. I haven't really been in a romance mood. I've been more in a like thriller mood, but I'm excited to pick some up for a week, and then I'll probably go back to thrillers and horror for a little bit. But I'm really excited regardless, and as I said, I hope y'all really participate. So if you made it to the end of this video, put the emoji with the 2 little pink hearts together. But as I said, that's all that I have for this video today, and I will see y'all on my next one. Bye everybody.